further. I've got some other questions that I'll have an opportunity to ask you later, but I wanted to bring up something that was in yesterday's news. This was in the U.S. News and World Report. There was an article suggesting that the administration, that the President is kind of pushing gun owners off of public lands, and this relates to the ability to use public lands for target practice, something that I've got a real concern with, as most of the people and my constituents in Alaska clearly do. I know that the Secretary was asked about this yesterday at a House Resources hearing. He indicated that he was not aware of the proposal at that time. So I'd ask either you, Mr. Hayes, or you, Mr. Abbey, if you can provide us a little better insight in terms of what is going on with this proposal, please.
Certainly. Let me take a crack and then ask. Well, why don't you go ahead, Bob?
Well, Senator, again, I appreciate the question. You know, the Bureau of Land Management manages 245 million acres of land, and most of that land is open to hunting and fishing and recreational target shooting. The issue that cropped up yesterday was based upon a question that was asked of the Bureau of Land Management regarding a proposed policy to look at some of the conflicts that are currently escalating relative to recreational target shooting near communities and residential areas that are being developed adjacent to public lands. As you may know, we do restrict shooting within developed recreation areas. We have closed off a few areas based upon safety concerns regarding shooting that is that's taking place near those type of communities and residential areas. Everything that we do relative to restricting uses on public lands would be handled through a land use plan. Let me assure this committee that we have nothing in place as far as going forward with any kind of rulemaking that would close off public lands to hunting or fishing or to even recreational target shooting. But we do have and always have had the discretion of looking or using our land use plans to determine appropriate uses that are taking place on public lands managed by BLM. As we see some of these communities continuing to expand and build adjacent to some of these public lands, we do have some conflicts that do need to be addressed. But they're few, and we will deal with those through our land use planning process.
Well, I would just remind that the last time the Department of Interior attempted to regulate guns in national parks, we ended up with the Guns in Park legislation. So just be aware. I mean, I'm hearing your words here, but this is something that would cause a great deal of concern and angst.
And we appreciate that, and we understand that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Manchin.